Hello students of class 8, welcome to the online tutorial classes for Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School. This video is for class 8 biology. The chapter that I will continue today is the nervous system and it is the 6th video from this chapter. So till now we have already discussed about the autonomic nervous system that is also consists of brain and the spinal cord. Today I will start with the peripheral nervous system. I am only giving you a very brief idea of it because in detail it is not in your syllabus. Still I am giving you a small idea of the peripheral nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Okay, we have already discussed about the central nervous system. So here I am giving you the idea of the peripheral nervous system. If you have already getting the idea of the central nervous system, which is consists of brain and spinal cord, we have peripheral nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Okay. So the peripheral nervous system, it consists of nerves arising from the brain and the spinal cord. It is already mentioned these are of two types, that is cranial nerve and the spinal nerves. It's already discussed in one previous video. These nerves link the cranial or the central nervous system with the various parts of the body, and at times they are large and visible to the human eye. Okay, so peripheral nervous system is attached with the central nervous system. And next, the autonomic nervous system or ANS. Here it is control the involuntary actions, like the actions which are happening inside our body, like the breathing, like the not our heart functioning, our kidney functioning. These are muscles we can't control. Okay, so these things can be done by this autonomic nervous system. The breathing means the muscle contraction in our lungs. The external breathing we can control, but the internal things we can't control. These things are done by the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so the medulla controls these vital body functions. To accomplish all involuntary tasks, the autonomic nervous system or ANS uses two networks, that is called sympathetic and parasympathetic system. Okay, sympathetic and parasympathetic system. So how do the message reach the brain? The peripheral nervous system transmits message and to the sense organs. It's responsible for voluntary actions such as cycling, swimming and so on. Okay, so after a long time of doing it, we have this of trying it, we have this system that when we take one cycle, we can paddle it, right? So this reaction is also can be produced in our body, also can be maintained in our body. Incoming message enters the spinal cord and all parts of the body and reaches the brain, then sends back to the message to the various body parts through the spinal cord. Like this reflex arc, the same things are going on. So now I'm going to discuss about the sense organs. So you all know there are 5 kinds of the sense organs, right? There are 5 kinds of the sense organs. What are they? Eye, nose, ear, tongue and finally skin. By these 5 organs, 5 sense organs, we are taking the senses from the external environment and then it is coming to our brain and we can act on it. These are the close coordination between the cranial nervous system and the central nervous system or the sense organs. These are system between this central nervous system and the sense organs. Stimuli which as heat, sound and light are detected by different receptors are spatial cells present in the sense organs that receive a stimulus from the environment. We all know about the stimuli which is present, and by this stimuli the sense organs or these nerves can receive the impulses. The sense organs are responsible for the receptions of this stimuli as sight, sound, smell, touch, taste, etc. These sense organs are directly connected with the brain and the cranial nervous system or the central nervous system. Okay, they're all connected by the cranial nerves. Okay, the sense organs are connected with the brain through the different nerves. For example, the eye is connected to the brain through the optic nerves, and the ear is connected to the brain through the acoustic nerves. So there are many kind of the nerves. As you know, there are 12 pairs of the cranial nerves and 31 of the spinal nerves, and these all have the different names according to the functions and according to the organs that they are attaching with. Okay, so I'm now giving you one consent map of this all nervous system. Okay, so nervous system here is divided into three parts. One is central nervous system, the second is peripheral nervous system, and here is autonomic nervous system. Okay, so central nervous system is by brain and spinal cord, and the brain have also three different parts. What are they? Cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata, already discussed. And then the PNS. The PNS have two parts, like the cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Here the cranial nerves are 12 pair and these 31. Okay, and now the autonomic nervous system, they are of two types. One is sympathetic and the second is parasympathetic. So it is the types of the nervous system, and the nervous system is formed by nerve cells, and the nerves can be of three types, that are sensory, motor, and associated. There are kind of three types. Okay, and the coordination taking from these sense organs, then the nervous system act on it. So this is the last video from this chapter, and I have discussed everything very briefly, and I have already discussed the important parts, and I think there is no problem, and I will make a new video with a new chapter. Till then, thank you.